Edgar Steven Davids. Born March 13, 1973, is a Surinamese-born Dutch former professional footballer. After beginning his career with Ajax, he subsequently played in Italy for Milan and Juventus before a loan spell with Barcelona. He went on to play for Internazionale and Tottenham Hotspur before returning to Ajax. Having struggled with injuries for 2 years, Davids returned to competitive football during a brief spell with Crystal Palace before retiring at the age of 37. In 2012, he was appointed player-manager at English League Two club Barnet. He resigned by mutual agreement as manager in January 2014. He was capped 74 times by the Netherlands at international level, scoring 6 goals, and represented his country at the FIFA World Cup and the UEFA European Football Championship. Davids was known for standing out on the football field for his dreadlocked hair and the protective goggles he wore due to glaucoma. A combative and creative midfielder, Davids was nicknamed the Pitbull by Louis van Gaal because of his marking ability. He was one of the players chosen by Pella Copyright to feature in the FIFA 100, a list of the world's greatest living footballers. His cousin Lorenzo is also a footballer. Early life: Edgar Davids was born in Suriname to an Afro-Surinamese father and a Jewish mother. They later moved to the Netherlands when Edgar was an infant. Club career: Ajax. After being rejected on 2 previous occasions by the club, Davids started his career at the age of 12 with AFC Ajax. He made his first team debut on September 6, 1991 in a €5-1 home win over IKC Woolwich. He helped the Amsterdam club to 3 domestic Eredivisie titles, as well as continental success with the 1992 UEFA Cup and the 1995 UEFA Champions League. In the 1996 UEFA Champions League final, he missed Ajax's first penalty in the shootout, which they ultimately lost to Juventus. While at Ajax, he was nicknamed the Pitbull by Ajax manager Louis van Gaal due to his fierce style of play and bite in the midfield. Milan and Juventus. At the start of the 1996 Euro 97 season, Davids moved to Italy to play for Milan. After an unsuccessful spell where he failed to establish himself in the first team, he moved on to league rivals Juventus in December 1997 for a £5.3 million transfer fee. 6 successful years in Turin followed, with Davids helping the side to the Serie A title in 1998, 2002 and 2003. Juventus manager Marcello Lippi once described him as my one-man engine room. He was often inspirational in Europe, playing 15 times as the club made it all the way to the 2002 Euro 03 UEFA Champions League final before losing to Milan on penalties. Barcelona. Davids joined Barcelona on loan in January 2004 from Juventus. Joining midway through a season where the club was struggling in mid-table and recently appointed manager Frank Rijkaard was under considerable pressure, Davids led Barra Section A's successful resurgence of form, which saw them finishing second to Valencia in the league. Davids' arrival has been cited as the catalyst for the Catalan club's dominance of Spanish and European football during the mid to late 2000s, with Rijkaard winning La Liga the following season and a La Liga and Champions League double in 2005 and Euro 06. Internazionale and Tottenham Hotspur. In the summer of 2004, he permanently moved on to Italian club Inter Milan on a 3-year contract. When Internazionale terminated the remaining years of his contract in August 2005, he moved to England on a free transfer to play for Tottenham Hotspur. He had a successful stay at Tottenham and instantly became a fan's favourite. His first and only goal was in a 2-1 away win against Wigan Athletic. Davids played for Spurs in the 2005 Euro 06 and the 2006 Euro 07 seasons, with the club finishing 5th in both seasons. Returned to Ajax. Davids signed once more for Ajax on January 28, 2007 and played his first match against Ajax's rivals Feyenoord on February 4. After the mid-season switch, Davids proved his value for the Ajax team again. He was one of the key midfielders in the run for the Dutch championship that was lost on one single goal to PSV on the final day of the league. He also played a major role in Ajax's cup campaign. he secured the KNVB Cup for Ajax by scoring the final penalty in a thrilling penalty shootout against AZ. Prior to the start of the 2007 Euro 08 season, Davids' leg was broken in a pre-season friendly against Go Ahead Eagles, sidelining him for around 3 months. In May 2008, Davids said he would leave Ajax when his contract expired on June 30. He played against Los Angeles Galaxy on December 6, 2008 in an exhibition match held at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland, New Zealand, as part of an Oceania 11 All-Star team, despite the fact he is not from Oceania and has never played for an Oceanic club or national team. Davids was in contract negotiations with English Championship club Leicester City from October 22, 2009. However, he failed to make a decision for over a week and the club withdrew their offer on October 30. Crystal Palace. On August 20, 2010, Davids agreed a pay-as-you-play deal with English Championship club Crystal Palace. He made his debut on August 24, 2010 at left-back in the second round of the League Cup against Portsmouth. On November 8, 2010, he announced his departure from the club, stating it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. International career. Davids was an integral part of the Dutch national team since his debut on April 20, 1994 in Tilburg against Ireland, though he has not won any major tournaments for the Oranje. During UEFA Euro 1996, he was sent home by then-manager Guus Hiddink for saying in a radio interview, "Hiddink should stop putting his head in some players' asses." Nonetheless, Davids remained appreciated by Hiddink, who included him in the Dutch squad for the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France. Davids' most notable performance for the national team came in the second-round match against FR Yugoslavia. He scored the winning goal in the last minute of the game and ensured that the Dutch team went through to the next round to meet Argentina. The Netherlands eventually finished 4th overall and Davids was named to the official FIFA team of the tournament. In 1999, Davids began wearing protective glasses, following surgery in his right eye caused by glaucoma, which developed in 1995 following eye injuries. Davids first wore them on September 4, 1999 in a friendly match against Belgium. On May 17, 2001, Davids was suspended by FIFA when he tested positive for the banned anabolic steroid, nandrolone. Davids played in the UEFA Euro 2000 when he was named for the UEFA team of the tournament. The Netherlands reached the semi-finals and played against Italy in a thrilling game that ended up being decided in Italy's favour with a penalty shootout. During the Netherlands UEFA Euro 2004 qualifying matches, Davids scored the Netherlands' first qualifying goal in their opening 3-0 victory against Belarus and subsequently bossed the midfield in 5 of the remaining 7 Group 3 fixtures and both legs of the playoff victory against Scotland. After Euro 2004, new national team coach Marco van Basten appointed Davids as captain of the team. However, lack of first-team football at his club Inter meant Davids also lost his place in the national team in October 2004. Thus losing the captain's armband in the process, which was later handed to Edwin van der Sar. At the latter stages of the qualifying series for the 2006 FIFA World Cup in October 2005, he was recalled back into the national team, though not as captain. He fell out of the picture again shortly after, thereby missing out on the Dutch squad for the World Cup. Davids was selected to appear on the cover of the football game FIFA Football 2003 alongside Manchester United winger Ryan Giggs and Brazilian international Roberto Carlos. Coaching career, Ajax. In June 2011, Davids was elected to the new supervisory board at Ajax alongside Johan Cruyff. Barnet. Since 2010, Davids had been living in North London with his partner and had been participating in street football as well as managing Sunday League amateur side Brixton United. On October 11, 2012, Davids joined League Two side Barnet in a player-manager role, alongside Mark Robson. The next day, on his managerial debut for Barnet, his side lost 4-1 at Underhill to Plymouth Argyle, which Davids had left himself out of the squad for this League Two game. They followed this up with a 4-0 home win over Northampton Town where Davids played the full match, captaining the team and being voted man of the match. In November he started against Morecambe, which Barnet lost for €1. Near the end of December 2012, following the departure of Robson, Davids took charge of the club by himself. Davids scored his first goal for Barnet in February 2013 in a 2-0 home victory over Southend United. In March 2013, on the return journey from a defeat at Accrington Stanley, Davids sent the Barnet team coach back to pick up 36 supporters whose coach had broken down on the motorway and take them to the next service station. Despite initially guiding Barnet off the foot of League Two, and lifting them out of the relegation zone, Barnet dropped back into the bottom two on the final day of the 2012 Euro 13 season, following a defeat to Northampton Town, and were relegated out of the Football League at the expense of AFC Wimbledon, who were able to escape by beating Fleetwood Town. On May 21, 2013, it was announced that Davids would remain in charge of Barnet for the club's 2013 Euro 14 Conference Premier season. In July 2013, Davids announced his decision to wear the number 1 shirt for the 2013 Euro 14 season, a shirt number traditionally worn by goalkeepers, saying that he intends to set a trend of midfielders wearing the number 1 shirt. Discipline was a major problem for Davids in the 2013-14 season. He was booked in each of the first 8 league games he played, and he was sent off 3 times in those first 8 games. There was also controversy when it emerged that he would not attend away games that required an overnight stay, leaving assistant manager Ulrich Landvik to take charge. In December 2013, Davids considered retiring from football after being sent off for the 3rd time in the season in Barnet's 2-1 defeat by Salisbury City. Davids resigned from his post as manager on January 18, 2014. In June 2014, Southern Counties East Football League side Greenwich Borough announced they were in advanced talks with Davids, with chairman Perry Skinner stating that he was 70% sure he'll come on board. The following month it was announced the club's attempt to sign Davids had been unsuccessful. Personal life: he was engaged to fashion designer Olke Gulson. In 1999 Edgar Davids started his own street soccer fashion label called Montclair Soccer. It offers urban-style clothes for men, women, and children around the world. It currently has multiple fashion lines: the Monte Sports, the Monte Studio and Monte Juniors. Honours: Club, Ajax, Eredivisie, 1993 Euro 94, 1994 Euro 95, 1995 Euro 96, KNVB Cup, 1992 Euro 93, 2006 Euro 07, Johan Cruyff Skull, 1993, 1994, 1995, 2007, UEFA Champions League, 1994 Euro 95, UEFA Cup, 1991 Euro 92, UEFA Super Cup, 1995, Intercontinental Cup, 1995, Juventus, Serie A, 1997 Euro 98, 2001 Euro 02, 2002 Euro 03, Supercoppa Italiana, 2002, 2003, UEFA Intertoto Cup, 1999, Internazionale, Coppa Italia, 2004 Euro 05, Individual, UEFA Euro 2000 Team of the Tournament, 1998 FIFA World Cup All-Star Team, BNOC of the year 2007 to 2008, Playing Statistics, Club, International. International goals, scores and results list: Netherlands goal tally first. Managerial statistics, as of April 27, 2013, references. External links: Edgar Davids, a Euro FIFA competition record, Edgar Davids career stats at Soxerbase, Votable International Profile, Dutch, KNVB National Team Profile, Football Database Career Profile and Stats, Edgar Davids Profile and Stats at Wereld van Oranje, Profile at www.voetbalstats.nl, Edgar Davids' fashion label Monte Street Soccer.